Guys, in the beginning, when we're learning to play guitar, it's easy to become overwhelmed. And one of the biggest mistakes we do is we want to do all the things. We're only looking at where we need to go, not where we've been, right? So you see all the chords and you're like, oh man, I don't know how to make these chords. So that's the first thing. And then it's like, well, I don't know how to change them quickly, and I don't know how to strum, right? And then, oh, what about these people who are playing chords up the neck, and bar chords, and oh no. And it just becomes overwhelming. And then you just feel like a complete failure, to be honest, okay? And then most people put it down, right? But if you've ever noticed, there's some people who they get to a certain point and say they can play open chords. And they can even play some songs, But there's something off about it. It's just, they're not quite, it's kind of clunky, right? It's just, I think we get so focused on trying to learn all the things and stack chords and stack info. We don't really take time to smell the roses and think about the nuance, dynamics, rhythm. Okay, so you only know 2 chords? Fine, make those 2 chords sound amazing, okay? Because there's a lot of ways to skin a cat. You ever notice how people can play the same song and it sounds differently? And not even if they're changing the arrangement, completely. I'm talking about just playing the same kind of template, because we all have our unique way of playing. Guys, this exercise today is going to teach you to slow down. It's going to do a couple of things. What it's going to do, we're going to do 2 chords. We're going to do 2 easy chords, okay? We're going to do a D sus2 and a D sus2 with a G bass. It's a 1-finger change, okay? So changing chords is not going to be an issue here. We're going to do 3 top strumming patterns. It's challenging because you're going to learn dynamics and how to make these 2 chords sound really good. You can take those steps, apply them to any set of new chords, 4 chords, 5 chords, whatever it may be. But it will keep you playing because it's going to make those 2 chords you're already playing interesting, okay? More interesting. It's challenging, but not too challenging, not overwhelming. Guys, my name is Brandon. Welcome to MyPOVGuitar. I'm going to show you this from your point of view. Okay, guys, the first thing I want to do is to show you the 2 chords we're going to work with, okay? That's the D sus2. So it's your first finger on the 2nd fret, 3rd string. Your 3rd finger goes on the 3rd fret, 2nd string, okay? You strum from the 4th down. If you hit the 5th string down, it's okay. Makes it a little fuller. That's an A note. That's a D note. That names the chord. So either way, but 4th down. Okay? The next chord is just adding a G note on the top string, the 6th string, 3rd fret with your middle finger, your 2nd finger. So if you wanted to keep that middle finger perched there but not fretting that until you're ready for it, the move is very simple. You're basically going. But if you wanted just to lift off, the thing is when you go to that G, you strum all 6 strings. So in your chord changes, you want to be sure that when you go back down to that D, you're not strumming all 6 strings. It's going to sound like crap. Okay? So your right hand just needs to know to go 4th, and then when you change, 6 down. Okay, that's it. And guys, if you think this is boring, there was a whole song, he tuned it different and played it different. Check out the song Chocolate by Snow Patrol. That song, again, he plays it in a different position, but it's basically those 2 chords. Okay. Those are some pretty cool. That G over that D sus2, it has this droning feel. These are the things I want you to start paying attention to, how things sound. Not just, oh, I just know 2 chords and it's a D and a G and I'm so stupid. No, pay attention to this. really cool sounding chords. I want you to develop your ear as well. Again, slow this thing down. Slow your roll with trying to, oh, I gotta learn all the things, right? Slow it down. Let's pay attention to these two beautiful chords and how they're played together and what you can do with them with some simple strumming patterns, okay? Now, so let's talk about the strumming patterns. First off, I want you to do just downstrokes. 2, 3, 4 if you need to count. Okay? The next one is the same thing except you're going to do it faster. So it's basically going to be okay? The next one is going to be a down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up 4 times, okay? So it'd be like. Okay? Those are the 3 strumming patterns. Now let's break this down. Let's take this a little slower. Guys, the next thing I want you to do, I want you to get an app. I have no affiliation with these people. You can use any app, I really don't care. But Metronome Beats, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do 80 beats per minute. It's pretty slow, okay? That's what 4 beats sounds like at 80 beats per minute. What I want to get you, I don't want you counting, I don't want you doing any of that. What I want you to do is pay attention to what you can do in those 4 beats. You can play right along with the beat. Let's try that one. Okay? That's the first thing I want you to do. Now, playing with a click is weird at the beginning, okay? But you're building that inner clock, okay? So get that one down first, okay? And once you get it, it's hard to get off beat, okay? In the beginning, it's like, oh, I can never even find this. Just keep going at it. All right, so the same beat, the same thing, same chords, we're gonna do okay, now watch how that plays out. Where before we were going. Okay, now that one was a little harder. It took me a minute to find it. If you notice, I was going too fast. I wanted to go faster. But if you notice, pay close attention to when I change to that G, I'm on the first part. That's how I know I'm doing this thing right. But if you notice, I just kept going and going till I got it tight. Just go till you get it tight. You get in that rhythm. Because you're kind of just feel it, okay? Just keep going. But you see, that's the same beat as we were doing with the next one we're gonna do is gonna be down, up, down, up, down, up. That one's a little easier for me to do than the, you know, it just feels right. It's easy to get into that just clock-like movement with the right hand. Okay, guys, then I want you to try switching them up. Using that metronome, those same beats. And so start with the easy one first, just the every strum for every beat. Try that one. And switch it up. Guys, that'll give you plenty to play around with. Try variations of that. You could see how I was having trouble. I was wanting to speed up because I don't play that slow normally. It's harder for me to play slow. And so I'd let it, so just keep going. You know, if you mess up, that's fine. If you're too fast, too slow, just keep going till you get it. You know, don't stop. Don't break that rhythm. Even if you're doing the wrong thing, just worry on catching up or slowing down, right? That will help. Guys, also one thing to keep in mind with the down, up, down, up. If you have choices with what you strum, yes, you know, you strum from the 4th down or the 5th down on that D sus2 and you strum all, but you don't have to do everything all the time. Check out what I do with that down, up, down, up. On that D sus2, I want that first string to ring out. So I want it to really be high end. Then I kind of want to go to the bass part on this G. I'm just going to go down and from that 5th up. Now, that's not wrong. I could do it, do the full thing both ways. That sounds good. But just check out the little nuances of the dynamics of when I just decide to not strum that first string when I'm doing that G part. Or if you wanted to do the opposite. I don't want to bog you down. I don't want to overwhelm you. My point is you have options. You know, you just think of, oh, I got to play these chords. I got to play this strumming pattern, and you put them together and then I'm a player. Well, where's the human part in that, right? There's a lot that people don't focus on with the nuance of this stuff. You know, go back and check out my video on palm muting. I'm not going to get into that deep here, but just taking that right hand to kind of mute those strings a little. Those dynamics of palm muting makes that even more interesting. Or where to play on the sound hole, that's in the same video. There's so many things you can do with just these 2 chords and these simple strumming patterns. If you were writing a song with these 2 chords, like I said, it's been done before. Snow Patrol, check out Chocolate. It's a great song. Gets in your head, gets so stuck in your head, right? You know, you might want to start out with the fast strumming if you were writing a song. That's just using those 3 strumming patterns that we've talked about. build, right? You know, that might be the verses, you know, you might do some kind of na, 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 and then if you want to change it, you see, I use just little elements, all of those elements, same two chords, and I wrote a song just then. I mean, I kind of ripped off Chocolate. I kind of used some of the same notes they had in that melody, but I just came up with a song on the spot, humming it, and had that dynamic feel, and you could tell when things change. I changed the melody and I changed my strumming pattern. Guys, these are the little things that no one really focuses on. They just, you know, are focused on, let me play all the chords I can, and I need to change them fast, and why do I sound crappy still when I know this stuff? You know, because you're not really getting down to it with it, right? You're not taking enough time to really sit with this stuff and think about, yes, it's just two chords, but think of all the things you could do with those chords. Yes, these are two strumming patterns, but you can decide to, or close it off, or make it bigger. All these things are at your disposal. There are no rules. I mean, there are rules, but there's no set rules, right? Guys, if this has helped you, I want you to subscribe. I'd ask you to subscribe and go to MyPOVGuitar and check out our beginner course if you think that would help you. Until then, guys, we'll see you in the next lesson.